Whatever these animators are doing to Obito, keep doing it. Because he looks like such a boss. Talking back to Madara, figuring him out. He's like, I never considered you a friend. I know you need me alive to become the Jinchuriki, so you better not self-destruct. In fact, you can't self-destruct. And the way that he's just taunting Naruto, it's just, I guess it's the voice acting work, or the animation, or the fact that he's like, I don't know how many feet up in the sky on top of the Jubi, which transformed, by the way. And I'm just going to say, considering the fact that I know what its third form is, I think he should have kept this form. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, the anime has been doing a pretty good job with Obito as a character, and I really appreciate it. Shikaku and, Ichi die. Obviously, everybody at the base dies because of the Michael Bay explosions. I mean, these nukes are disgusting. Kind of already talked about them. Just incredibly potent stuff. And so, I find it interesting that Shikamaru showed more emotion for Asuma dying than for his own father. He looks more angry than sad, which is not the same for Ino. And so it's kind of like very heavily implied that before they went out, before they died, they were able to talk to their children, if not to, well actually, Shikaku said like, I need to talk to Kakashi, so he has a strategy to take down the Jubi, and it's clear as day that he was able to convey that strategy before dying. And in other news, Killer Bee stops one of these nukes by making the Jubi implode, and then falls down, like Killer Bee literally falls down like a turd. And that aspect of that scene brings me to Neji's death. Because the amount of apathy that these fodder shinobi have is incredible to me. Like I said, like Killer Bee's just left to drop down, like nobody gives a shit. It's like, But then like, there's this part where like, it really hit me. Like when Neji jumps up, and gets the spikes, and there's like this shot of the bird, being pierced up, right? I'm like, shit, this is tugging at my heartstrings. And then I see him fall down like a turd as well. It's like, blop, that's it, like on the toilet. You look around, and it's just Naruto, Hinata, and Neji, and nobody gives a fuck. It's like, well, they do give a fuck about the Jubi, obviously, because that's the thing that they're supposed to be fighting. But then Naruto's like, we need a medical ninja, we need a medical ninja. There's nobody around. Didn't Tsunade start an Obamacare movement back in the day so that every ninja would be covered by a medical ninja or something like that? I don't know. It's like, what happened? Neji's dead, bro. There's some pretty good dialogue in this episode, but my favorite line of the entire thing by far is when Madara says, well, I was hoping to deal with them before they started with the speeches, but fuck it, I can't control the Jubi. Please, somebody give this guy a picnic blanket so that he could start, getting a sandwich, or at least give him some popcorn, because this guy is bored as fuck. Obviously, you have the whole Neji line about Naruto, like, Hinata's willing to die for you, so it's not, which we all knew, like, we knew that from the Pain Invasion arc. It's not just your life that you have in your hands now, so. And then Neji references the tuning exams and what Naruto told him, that he could change who he was. That's a very complex thing. It's a very philosophical aspect of the series. And it's very strange because Naruto is not a philosophically deep character. He's not. I mean, in my opinion, the most philosophically deep characters in the series are Itachi, followed by Hashirama and Madara, and then followed by the Akatsuki members. But Nagato is a pretty good example of that as well. But that being said, and Jiraiya as well. Sorry, I forgot to mention Jiraiya. Now, that in mind, I could kind of see how people see it contradictory in the way that Naruto was telling Neji, you can change who you are, and Neji said, well, back then he was under the impression that Naruto was meant to stay a loser, when in fact the matter is we know that Naruto is the child of the prophecy. So there was no way, if you follow that train of thought, there was no way that he was meant to stay a loser because of his destiny. Now, the problem here is that if you look at, this philosophical issue under the construct of Naruto's character, it doesn't get you anywhere. And here's why. First of all, Naruto doesn't give two shits about philosophy. In fact, he doesn't even understand what the fuck that means. But most importantly, Naruto is the main character of the series. This is a shonen manga. So, no shit he's gonna be the savior. It's like, I mean, if you read One Piece, do you need like a toad to prophesize that Luffy is going to be king of the pirates to know that he's going to be the hero of the story? No, he's the main character of a shonen manga. This is not Game of Thrones. It's a shonen manga that follows the shonen trope of the protagonist being the savior. Plain and simple. What does matter to me, though, for all intents and purposes of this episode, is the way that Neji's life was handled. And because he's the one who adamantly believed in destiny, right? So the question here should be, was Neji always meant to sacrifice himself for Naruto and Hinata, right? Or did he choose to do it? And I think the anime strongly, as well as the manga, strongly hints at the fact that he was willing to do that by his own choice, even if he was destined to do it. And I think that's the beauty of it, you know? That's what the bird flying in the sky represents. He's not caged anymore. And really, when it comes down to it, when we die, we're either going to die happy that we did the things that we did, like even the fuck-ups, or we're going to die full of regret and sadness. And I think that's what the manga's trying to say, in my opinion. That I find it incredibly surprising that Kishimoto decided to give so much depth, okay, to Hinata's character in this one chapter, or in this one portion of the episode. In the sense that what she's saying is, like, legit, like, you know, very, very well thought of. And it's not just something that, you know, she pulled out of her ass. It's something that, as a character, you understand that she needed to think these words through before saying them. And it's so weird how she has, like, it's like she comes across as more developed than Naruto. Because think about it, Naruto really doesn't have a philosophy. He has a motto, which is like, never give up, like in absolutes. Like, you know, part of being an adult is that you stop thinking in absolutes. So never give up, and I'm not going to let people die. That is a very childish way of thinking. But the way, which is why he couldn't snap out of the fact that Neji had just died. And that's why Obito was able to get the best of him for a bit, because he's like, yo, like, weren't you saying something? Like, I can't hear you. Say it again, motherfucker. And so he was just stunned looking at all this death. And it's so amazing how it took Hinata to actually, you know, make him snap out of it and saying, the moment you give up is the moment we stop being comrades, and all of this is in vain. They even played the Kushina music, and then the Kyuubi jumps in to make a reference to the sacrifice of Naruto's parents. It's a really good scene for a lot of different reasons, some of which I mentioned. The hand-holding scene, I mean, it's debatable whether or not, you know, he's holding her hand for affection, or if it's to, you know, transfer the chakra. But in all honesty, I think it works very, very well for the episode. I think it needed to be her character to actually say those words to him. Not just because, you know, she's had a crush on him since forever, but because she's a Hyuga. So as a representative of the Hyuga clan and of Neji, I think that there was just no better way of sort of, you know, getting that message across that Naruto needs to start thinking in terms of what it actually means to keep a comrade, and what it actually means to lose one. That being said, I thought the episode was great, guys. Please tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like the review if you did. Subscribe to my channel. Catch you guys later. Bye.